Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone out to our Revolving Relay team call. Folks, over the last 2 weeks, we've seen some phenomenal things happening within Revolving Relay. I'm here right now to tell you that this is, bar none, going to be the biggest opportunity out there. Just got off the line with my upline, 8 weeks in the business. He's over $200,000 in income. A lot of the leaders from all the different companies are really taking a serious look at this. And we believe that over the next 60 days, if you have a vision, if you could see what we see, then you're going to get excited and you won't be able to sleep because there's going to be incomes made here like never before. Just to give you a little background about ourselves, we're in a previous business about a year ago, and we were really the trendsetters in this industry. A lot of people looked at what we were doing and the massive growth, 40,000 people in 90 days, and they thought that it was a compensation structure that was it. And as a result, a lot of copycat programs came around. A lot of people alternated. A lot of companies alternated their compensation plan to kind of mirror what we're doing, but they didn't realize that it wasn't the compensation structure, it was the leadership, it was the movement, it was the time and the era to really change course and do something special. Well, a year later, I'm here to tell you that that time has come again. And a lot of people are going to be looking at this compensation structure, and some people aren't going to understand, and others aren't going to believe it, but that's okay because I'm here to tell you that, bar none, without a shadow of a doubt, the first thing that I saw with this compensation plan was bottom line. You make more money with less people than any other compensation structure out there. And most of these compensation structures where a lot of these copycat companies, they have about a 12 to 18-month life cycle before everything starts slowing down and people start realizing that they're working harder for less money and people start looking for something else to do. Well, the reason why we chose Revolving Relay after looking at a lot of different programs over the last five or 6 weeks or so was because we saw something there that no other company had. And what that was really, number one, a company where the owners were actually networkers that have been out in the field that successfully have built sales forces in the past, which is something that 99% of the companies out there don't have. The second thing that we looked at was when in talking to the owners, they made it absolutely clear there's two types of companies. There's the type that the distributors work for the company and the other type that the company works for the distributor, which is Revolving Relay. And, folks, they told us that there are going to be distributors that are going to make more money than the company makes. Now, understand that when a company says that the distributors are going to make more money than the company makes, that says a lot about the company, folks. That really says a lot about the company. The other thing that we saw was that these guys were engineers in programming. They didn't have to outsource change. I remember 2.5 weeks ago when I first started looking at it, my upline asked if the website could be in 7 languages. Within 2 weeks, the website was in 7 languages. We just asked to add another language to that. I've been told by the middle or the end of next week that'll be added on as well. So we don't have any issues with anything that we need, we get. We have a very supportive company, really supportive leadership. Everything's in place for us to do something really, really special. Now, what makes Revolving Relay unique over everything else? Well, first of all, when we analyzed the board plans and we started talking to the experts, they began to tell us that your typical payout in this industry is about 18%, with the board plan only paying out 8 to 12% of the total funds the company collects. And the reason for that is most companies make you jump through hoops. They have a base compensation plan, then they have matching bonuses, then they have achievement levels, then they have this and that. So what they do is they piecemeal the compensation to the point that they create so much breakage for themselves they're not operating on the 80-20 rule where 80% is going to the distributor and 20% is going to the company. It's more like 80% is going to the company and 20% or less are going to the distributors. Here, there's two very simple compensation structures at play. And, folks, I want to start to break this down to you in its simplest form so that you understand the magnitude, the power of what you have. In every company, in every compensation structure, you only get paid on your personal downline. In every company, in every compensation structure, you only get paid on your personal downline. So if you're not good enough and you can't build a big downline, then your income is going to be limited. In Revolving Relay, the very first compensation structure allows each and every person to override a certain bonus levels that are coming from the efforts of all of the members in the company. Now, to give you an example, as soon as you get this phone, I want you to go to www.toprelayteam.net. Again, www.toprelayteam.net. Listen to the second recording. We had a real strong leader, good friend of mine, Larry. We were on a conference call with one of the owners of the company, and we were trying to wrap our heads around how on earth can, with a few hundred people, somebody could already have made $150,000 with Revolving Relay. And he began to explain to us where that person might have had 300 sales, but overall the entire company might have had 1,100 sales. So part of his compensation structure was based on his 300 sales, but then the other part of the compensation structure was based on the 800 sales that the company had made. And so he was getting rewards and bonuses as a result of 1,100 sales versus the 300 sales that he had made. And, folks, when he said that, I understood this like never before, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, oh, my goodness, this is going to be it, because no other company out here in this industry is giving you a chance to benefit and get substantial bonuses from all the sales from the entire company from day one. See, most companies give you a percentage of the revenue after you've jumped through hoops and brought in 1 million people into the company. But, folks, from day one, each and every member gets a chance to benefit from all the sales of the entire company. Never, ever been done before, and I don't think it'll ever be duplicated. Now, as you listen to that recording, you're going to see what a true company is really all about, the philosophy, determination, the thinking behind it, the planning, and everything else. Folks, this isn't something that was just made up yesterday. They've been 5 years into the planning. They've looked at everything. They looked at the market. They looked at the trends. They looked at the industry. Everything that they needed to do as far as homework to make sure that, bar none, they had the best possible program out there they've done. Now, when we begin to talk about the product, again, it's a universal product. This is a product that I've now grown to love. And when we talk about a product, folks, understand I was more opposed to a travel product than anyone else, because I said, well, a travel product, that's just some old thing, it's just, I'm not interested in that, But then when I start looking at the statistics, $14 million a minute is spent on travel. 80% of the people, 90% of the entire world population takes a vacation. Everyone loves to travel. Everyone loves to take a vacation. Everyone loves to see the world. And chances are a good majority of us end up spending a couple of nights or at least a week in a hotel somewhere during the course of our year. So unlike a nutritional product or a diet product or all those other types of products, folks, this product is a 14 trillion industry worldwide. This is one of the largest market out here, and it's something that most people will not say that they're not interested in, because everyone wants to take a vacation. So the product is right, 6-day, 7-night vacation package. They're contracted. One of the partners has a direct contract and has had a direct contract with RCI for the last 3 years. From day one, people are taking vacations. If you go to the Revolving Relay website, look at the testimonials, there'll be a little button that says click here. You'll see videos of my upline taking a vacation. Everything's in place from day one. Now, let me talk a little bit about the bonuses, because I think that's really, really important that we start to wrap our heads around this incredible, incredible bonus system. There's 9 different bonus levels that any person could come in and reach. Now, the bonus system works, think of it as one straight down line.